Americans and Amp Live, the American Mentee program, coming to you live in this secret location here in crazy ass beautiful Southern California. Got back there Amp Live and the giant mug and this mug here, bringing you the Amp Live Real Estate Show. Saturday, we had some Saturday training. If you missed it, 12 o'clock, there was some awesome stuff about Sub 2. At 2 p.m., we went in and went one-on-one and dove deep into breaking down the deal and then the different exit strategies that are available instead of the one-trick pony wholesale stuff that's out there. I get it, right? Shit, I remember those days, wholesaling stuff before it was even called wholesaling. So I'm dating myself a little bit. But I'm going to be your host. I'll be Erick. Erick Paul, yes, I'm going to be Erick. I am acting as Erick. I'm just kidding. Been Erick for a while. Erick Paul, the Amp Live Real Estate Show, coming to you live here, like I mentioned earlier before. We're going to talk today. We're going to talk about a few things, okay? A little pulse of real estate, what's going on with commercial, what's going on with creative real estate investing, what's going on with traditional real estate. At the end of the day, there's going to be some things rolling across there. We got the Amp Live Real Estate Show right up there. Check that out. Scan that, and that's going to take you to the Facebook group. It's the Creative Real Estate Investing Facebook group. We're going to change that son of a bitch to the Sub 2 Facebook group, right? Because I get it. Things are maneuvering, things are changing. As we move, we adjust and we adapt, and then we rock, right? I will say the only things that usually changes is technology, the art of the deal, and if you keep yourself up to breast on all that good stuff, as far as like rocking and rolling and knowing how to put those deals together, become a contract and a clause freak like I am, and you should be too, or find somebody who enjoys that stuff, right? Because it's super, super important. We're not dealing with widgets. We're dealing with hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, if not millions of dollars, and it's super important to get that stuff right, okay? So we're going to talk about today. Where's my glasses? So it's always live and uncut. Full disclosure, I'm not an attorney. I'm not a financial analyst. I'm not a bookkeeper. I'm not a CPA or any of that good stuff. It's for entertainment purposes. Our sponsors are Amp Live Media and VIP Execs. So thank you for doing this stuff here and the lighting and all that good stuff. I got to get me some new eyeliner and some rouge and all that good stuff. Makeup, right? I'm just kidding. Don't do any of that shit, right? So the bottom line is it comes out the way it's going to come out. But I am suited up today because it is a sales and field day. So we're doing calls from 7 a.m. to about 9 p.m. Now, that's just my day. It is what it is. It doesn't have to be your day. But in between there, maneuvering and, hanging out, having fun, doing work and meeting people, meeting clients, meeting investors. That's my world. And obviously marketing, content, things of that nature. And we squeeze it in. The schedule is the schedule. It's always live and on raw, uncut and raw. Yeah, raw and uncut as well. Unless we decide to monetize some juiciness or that comes out really good and I like it, or sometimes they'll just delete the son of a bitch. I go, I don't like that video. I don't like anything about it. And we'll get rid of it. But this will be right now. It's open to everybody. It's being streamlined on several locations. So there should be a link. So if there's a link, let me see. There'll be a link that's on the Facebook group. And I don't think I've made it public, but I'll make it public. If you want to chat, you want to talk, we're going to be here for a few minutes. Bro, we got the rock and roll playing over here in the background. Let me lower that a little bit. All right, cool. So hopefully it's not a distraction, but hey, whatever music works for you, whether it's jazz, it's rap, it's classical, find it, because look, human beings are connected to that. Human beings are connected to frequency. It does like an elixir, right? Also, this stuff here is caffeine, not good for you, I guess, right? Whatever. But it's always right next to the awesome H2O. Tons of H2O, right? Got to have that water. Water is life. So we were talking about today, we're creative real estate investing in regards to breaking down deals. Okay, you missed that. That was at 2 p.m. And we went over the went over like the spreadsheet, how to find the deal, right? We had one that was the actual deal, and then another one we just said, hey, we're just going to pull it from this platform. Let's take a look at it. Let's underwrite it real quick. Let's take a look at the comps, and let's go ahead and do the numbers and see where the money's at, right? Now, I know the Midwest is usually anywhere from $35,000 or so for a flip. East Coast, West Coast, because the price points are a little higher, maybe anywhere from $55,000 to $60,000 or more. I get it. And then you got obviously a lot of stuff is happening right now with lease options, seller finance, arbitraging, those things, Airbnbs, traveling nurses. We got the co-living, right? The co-living thing going on, which is basically just a fucking roommate. I get it, right? But it works, right? But it's a little bit differently because you're you're building the house like an Airbnb and giving your tenants or your roommates, right, a common place where they can work and hang out, and you're supplying things for them like an Airbnb, almost like a little condo unit of 4 or 5 bedrooms. And think of it as each one of those is, a condo for them. And then you got your common areas, right, which is the living room and all that good stuff. It could be, a place where they go and set up their internet, and maybe you give them some of those things, but they're paying a premium for that, right? So instead of like maybe 800,000 bucks for a room, it might be 15 to 2,000, right? Because they're getting all these awesome, juicy amenities. Then it's also, I believe the contract's a little bit different. Don't quote me on that, but I'm going to assume just from my experience that we've done some stuff in the past with properties and that were being fixed up and resold, and these salespeople would come, and I believe they're like for a termite or something like that, right? And they bring their team in of a bunch of young kids from college students. A lot of times they came from Utah or other companies, and they do their term. They knock out two birds with one stone, right? And do their thing with whatever religion that is that they do, and then doing some sales. And we would kind of do like not like what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like a hotel, but they would house sit, or they would be watching the property, and there'd be a contract that they agreed to take care of the things that were there, and then they would just come, just pay 6 months at a time, boom, 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 knock it out, and we're gonna sell the property anyway. So why not? Especially if it was a time where it's going to be winter, or it was a time. Let me see. I think it wasn't winter because they don't go out. Maybe they do. I don't know. I can't remember. Well, don't quote me on that. But the bottom line, it's a cool thing. There's all kinds of awesome stuff they can do, including like the suites you go to and all that good stuff, right? You're signing like licensing agreements, and then there's hotel agreements. There's lease option agreements, options, rent to own, all that beautiful stuff. I always said, if I learned from one of my associates and mentors in the past, said, look, man, you can write a deal and put it on a damn napkin. As long as there's a meeting of the minds and there's some money that gets exchanged. Some people say, oh, you can just, as long as we got a contract exchange, you want to know, but make it more solid with some money that gets exchanged. And then obviously you got to track it, and you got to document what's happening, and you got a contract. So anything can be done with the contract, and no, it doesn't always have to be a car form or a Texas form or a real estate agent form. As long as it's legal, any form is fine. Get an attorney and have them draft it, right? There's no such thing as saying, oh, legally it has to be on this form. No, it's bullshit. No, it doesn't, right? You just have to have a meeting of the minds, as long as it's drafted correctly. And if you want it drafted by an attorney, go for it. I always say attorneys are deal breakers, not deal makers, right? And there are some good ones out there that that understand the game and things of that nature. But a lot of the times they're just there, obviously, to get paid for what they do and be the devil's advocate. Say, look, okay, what about this? What about that? What about this? This is going to protect you here and here and here. That's their job. But at the end of the day, it'll probably kill your deal. So when they, and there's ways of doing that. If you do it correctly, right, and you do the art of the deal, and if you've done it right, there in the contracts you use. I get it, right? If it's 20, 30 pages of all kinds of disclosures and crazy stuff that agents use, I get it. But if it's a simple 3-pager with an addendum and that's it, then it's, written in 3rd or 4th grade, reading, level, then anybody can study that and read it. And then if you take the time to read them line by line, I would, right? Because you're going to work a deal. Then they're going to go, hey, you know what? I don't need an attorney. I get it. No problem. Easy peasy. It's in writing. Let's rock this stuff. And even if they do take it to an attorney, they bring it back. We've had that happen where they just kill it. Boom, 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 boom. I go, well, that's no longer, pro seller and pro buyer. It's like all pro seller. We don't have a deal. What do you mean we don't have a deal? What do? Well, sign the contract that we put together and gave to you, right? Because it protects all of us and everybody. Protects the seller, protects investors, protects us, you, if you're doing the deal, or you're working with us in the capacity as a mentee or coaching, being coached by us, or working with us in some capacity, or you're on our team, right? So it's been an awesome day. I'm fired up. I'm rocking and rolling. Yeah, I got some coffee in me. I got some water in me. And my brain is rocking and rolling because this Saturday it's a sales and field day. So I'm suited up because I'm actually going to go out into the field. I got some stuff that I got to take care of. And then, spend some time with the family. Tomorrow I will be back for Sunday sermon. So Sunday sermon, all that means is I'm just going to rant and rave and talk shit about real estate, maybe talk shit about some people out there, or even us at the end of the day, or even me, right? It's okay. Laugh at yourself, crack some jokes. It's good to laugh. It's good to crank up that freaking music and rock and take a little bit of time off and then get back to grinding, right? Get back to, I don't even like the word grinding. Just get back to rocking and rolling. doing stuff you like to do, but then sometimes you got to do stuff you don't want to do or don't like to do so you can do the good stuff, right? There's a meme. It was pretty cool. It was kind of like, hey, I'm not going to quote it quote by quote, but, or it's kind of paraphrased a little bit. It's going to be like, if you want to have what other people don't have, then you have to do the things that other people don't want to do. And that's 97% of America, 97% of the people. That's why they understand the government knows what they're doing at the end of the day to keep people on that treadmill and the job. And I get it, because the other way is not guaranteed. You got to make money from nothing. You have to use your own skill sets to build a business and sell you and what's going on at the end of the day, right? And make that money in a different capacity, right? But never give up. Keep on rocking and rolling. If you believe in yourself, things will transpire. And the reason I know that is because I've seen it happen when I went from the music industry into, I guess into corporate life and a family man, and then moving into what I do now. It's just a different stage, right? From one stage to another stage, we rock no matter what, because it's in you. And if you believe in yourself, and it's not about the ego, because there's good ego and bad ego. You gotta have the good ego, right? Especially as you get older, you get more mature, and you see things, and you want to help more people. It's just kind of weird. It's not weird. It's just probably the evolution of your life or anybody's life. It's just the way it is, right? But it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Go out and help as many people as you can. That's what we do with AHA, Americans Helping Americans. It's our cause and mission. That's my cause and mission, is to push it and push it out there for AHA and share this with others across the United States of America, because, it's what we do. We're not just helping sellers. We're helping buyers, investors. We're helping regular people who just want to get into the business. Ordinary people become extraordinary. People want to get involved in the real estate business, whether it's traditional, a broker, an agent, an entrepreneur, a business owner. It doesn't matter, right? Anybody can do this if they choose to. Anybody can do anything they really want to, but at the end of the day, they have to decide. They have to frame it in the mind, because 99% of anything you do is just that: mindset. If you don't believe it, I always say, right, then nobody else is going to believe it. So it's kind of a hard jam, right? Then if other people are not believing in you, then it starts tearing you down. So you have to chop down the NMA, negative mental attitude, with the positive mental attitude, and keep on rocking and rolling. Keep on dreaming. That's what life's too damn short, right? Shit, trust me, I know that is. And if you have any kids, they grow up quick at the end of the day, right? So the goal is to keep it all in house and do what you need to do. I like my privacy. I like my core, so I do things a little bit differently. That's why we still have a selection process. When we're bringing people aboard for the one-on-one mentoring, nobody does what we do when it's one-on-one. It's plug and play and all that good stuff. I'm not going to even kind of sell you on that stuff. It is what it is. Don't have to. But the bottom line, there is coaching and interactive mentoring for the tire kickers and people just want to get started. And, at least that'll shave off, 6, 7, 8 months to a year and a half, 2 years. Mentoring is going to shave up about 3 to 5 years. And I will tell you, only 97% of the people do not understand it or even know how to do it correctly. Some people confuse sub-2 with seller financing. They're two different fucking things, not even the same shit, right? That's like apples and potatoes, right? You got a fruit and you got some dirty-ass potato shit. They're both good when you cook them properly and you have the recipe to cook them properly. That's what this is about, okay? So creative deals. All right, it doesn't matter what it is. Whatever comes down the funnel, if you have something that comes down the funnel, you have to understand how to underwrite those to fit an exit strategy. Now, for you, my advice, if you're doing this, or don't take the advice, whatever, works for you, but I'm just going to share it, right? As my dad always say, opinions are like assholes, and everybody has one, including myself. I have tons of opinions, and I have no qualms about expressing them to anybody. If you want to listen, cool. If you don't, that's all right too, right? I'm just going to move forward and get shit done. The bottom line is this, check it out. That every deal that comes down the wire, right, doesn't have to be, oh man, this is like a sub-2 deal. We like doing that because that's how our lead gen form and our micro websites and all that good stuff that we give to mentees are designed to do. They're designed to get all that information and then underwrite and determine, hey, is this a sub-2 deal? Is it a wholesale deal? Is it an option deal? Is it a cash deal? Is it going to be a marketing deal? You're going, marketing deal? What the hell is that, right? So it's just some unique things. Everybody's going to come up with their own twist, a hybrid of whatever is out there. I get it. We do what we do. We don't care about what others do. Do we look at it? Of course. If we see something, we go, that looks cool. That looks cool. That looks cool. Do we want to move it? Do we want to move forward in that direction? Do we want to compete against that or not? The bottom line is, I say, put your head down and grind. Don't worry about the damn Joneses. But then every once in a while, you got to get up, right? You got to see. You can't keep your head in the sand, right? That's what an ostrich does, right? So we keep rocking and rolling. If something needs to be addressed, we move forward. That's the same thing with technology, right? There was no text marketing in the last cycle, right? There wasn't any type of social media. None of that stuff, right? You even go back to the 70s and 80s, this is even worse, right? You had to use a payphone, and it had to be in an office. The MLS was a book with paper that had to be updated every week and month and day. And you want to go look at some properties, go open up these giant books and shit to go look at some houses and flyers and stuff, right? Now you just pick up one of these things to go, shit, okay, there's websites, there's apps, there's all kinds of stuff that could be done these days. But at the same time, it's a personal business. It's a people business, right? So I was talking with a gentleman. He's a cool guy, sales guy. He's all into that type of stuff, a different type of sales, and he's going through the transition of learning the high trust selling stuff, right? But he said something. He said, "Well, yeah, Carvana's like going to be going bankrupt." I said, "Well, yeah, there's a lot of that's why the iBuyers and Zillow try to do the iBuying thing, and they would have went out of business if they kept doing what they're doing, and a lot of other companies too. So there's always going to be a hybrid of it. There's always going to be someone who's going to do it, and then someone's going to do it better and better and better and better and better. The goal is to put something together, and that's what we put something together, right? We put something together that we use, and that works. And if you utilize it, it'll take you to where you want to get to if you show up to the party and you do what needs to be done. Okay, that's what we do. I just know for a fact, right? And it's just part of what we do is part of our course, like anything else, right? You want to become the expert. So I'm an expert at creative real estate investing. I love the stuff, love contracts and all that good stuff. I also love branding and marketing and things of that nature. And I have no qualms about doing this. Like I said, I was in the music business, and then I got into corporate, and then now I do this. So it's just one stage for another. But knowing what was going to happen, or knowing what people you're associated with at one time, and now you're here looking at stuff and going, okay, yeah, coulda, shoulda, woulda, coulda, woulda, maybe. Yeah, hey, it's cool. I'm here. I'm where I'm at now, right? So I love what I do. I love my family, my kids, and my wife, and all that good stuff, right? Everything happens for a reason. Everything goes in cycles, right? Cycles and trends. But the business of real estate is awesome. There's a lot of awesome people out there, right? It's just an awesome mechanism. Whether it's single family, commercial, storage units, or whatever, it doesn't matter. Some are quicker jams and some are longer jams than others. New construction, new development, all that good stuff, right? It is what it is. But when you're trying to underwrite these deals, remember, when it comes down, it doesn't always have to be wholesale. If it doesn't work as a wholesale deal and you can't move it, shit, okay, move on. But if you got wholesale deals and they're not moving, send them over to us, right? Send them over, click that link down below. Let's chat, let's talk, let's see if we're a good fit for one. And if not, just send them down the wire. And if we take them down, we'll get you paid. We'll get you a referral fee, a bird dog fee, right? Unless it's your contract. If it's your contract, we're going to get you a little bit more. And if it's going to expire, or maybe we look at it and go, shit, I wrote it up too high. We need to change a few things, right? We need to go back because we've done that before. Wrote a contract too high, or they did, and then we go, you know what? Let us get involved. And sometimes people are a little square, shy, or maybe, just if you want to lose the deal, if you want to make some money, then get us on the phone, right? Get us on the phone. Let's do all the due diligence. We'll talk with them. We'll make that happen. And then we're probably going to rewrite the contract and redo whatever we need to do. Is then we'll get you paid. That works a lot of times. Okay, so then if you decide, you know what, cool, I like this, I want to come aboard and work with us, and cool. If not, that's okay. Just keep on bringing us your crazy leads or whatever, and we'll work them. At least you're getting paid. But if they're just an address and maybe or something's going to expire, you're going to lose it anyways. And it's open game. It's free game for everybody at the end of the day. But the bottom line is, you want to have lead flow. You want to have leads coming in, because without leads, you're dead in the water. But you also want to have mechanisms and verticals set up and build that foundation the way it needs to be built, so you have an actual business and keep on rocking and rolling with that business, right? Because deals are there. Deals are everywhere. There's a bunch of low-hanging fruit everywhere in the United States of America. The big dogs and the hedge funds and the banks are not going to go after the low-hanging fruit. Not yet, right? Not until they figure out a mechanism where they can automate that son of a bitch and actually get in touch a lot easier with the home sellers and do that stuff. That's why Open Doors trying to be like Carvana. And then there's other companies that are doing the iBuyer thing, where they're kind of just putting the list together because they have a lot of data and they got investors and they can probably afford to do what mom and pops cannot, right? But there's nothing like the belly to belly thing, right? So that is going to be you. That's going to be others. That's going to be us. It's going to be other mentees that we work with and coach, and going after those low-hanging fruit and going after and helping those sellers, okay? Agents and brokers can do this too. Just have to disclose. Okay, so there's a lot of money out there. Yes, there is a fortune to be had, because that's what we're listening to, some Judas Priest right now, rocking and rolling, right? Awesome song. But So I'm going to stop rambling here, but if you got any questions, go ahead and reach out. Click that link down below, see if we're a good fit, or just PM us, PM me, or go to the group and get active. Someone will get in touch with me if it's not me, because sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It is what it is. It's business, it's social media. I'm not into the AI and bots, so it's always real. There's no bots. Sometimes people, are you a bot, or is that a bot, or is that going through a bot process? No, it's real people, right? As I always say, we still use real human beings to get you onboarded, to work with you, and all that good stuff. Yes, there's automation. You got to have automation, right? But they're all American 9 times out of 10. If we have some people in a different country, then they're vetted and things of that nature. And it's very small things that they do for us in house. Other than that, yes, we use rock and roll Americans for everything, for the onboarding and marketing and link, all that good stuff that we do with the plug and play stuff. So it's almost like done with you, right? Instead of do it yourself shit, right? Videos, PDFs, blind leading the blind, Zoom calls that go nowhere, stuff like that, right? Or they, you just can't ask questions. Maybe there's too many people or not enough, or they go too long and it just turns into something else, right? I get it. I've attended those. I'm not much into that stuff, but if you are, cool. If it works for you, awesome. Congratulations. And keep on rocking and rolling. Everybody learns differently. Everybody has a different, character or personality, and that's real estate. So you will become a psychologist over a period of time, right? Because diagnosing people and diagnosing situations and being and providing solutions for the seller and being able to structure deals the way they need to be structured, right? It just comes with practice. But we're here. Some people say fail forward, fail forward, fail forward. You can do that if you got a lot of money, and like the Amazon peeps and Walmarts and all those big dogs, right? But if you don't, failing forward, failing forward, failing forward, it costs a lot of money, costs blood, costs tears, and all that good stuff. I know I did it. We've all probably done it until we finally go, you know what? This is it. Hyper focus. What's the key? Hyper focus. There's a young man that is doing awesome, man. Congratulations. By the way, but he's rocking and rolling, and he has the morning ritual. Got that shit lined out. He's reading, got it lined out. He's also going ahead and hyper focusing. Hyper focus. Whatever's on your plate. See, I always say, look, if you complain about there's too much shit on your plate, right? Then eat it. You can't complain because you wanted a bunch of shit on your plate. That's not the case here, right? So with him, it's just hyper focus, hyper focus, hyper focus, so you can get stuff done. Even if you're only getting 3 things done in that day, it's done, right? You're not trying to do 10, 15 like Einstein and put a bunch of shit in spinning plates and go, shit, what's going on? Then you get the shiny object thing going on. You move from here to here to here to here. Hey, sometimes I get like that. Unless I have a schedule and I know I need to do this and I got to get this done by the end of the day, then, that works. Otherwise, yeah. Especially when you got a bunch of things different going on, and you can be spinning a bunch of plates. You go, shit. Well, that was a kind of a crazy day, right? Or you're putting out fires and things of that nature. But hyper focus, being consistent and persistent is the truth. It works. So I'm going to go ahead and just wrap up here. If you have any questions, when you're looking at these deals, remember, you can underwrite them and break them down by looking at them. See if it's cash. Is it going to be wholesale? Does wholesale work for you? Okay, if it's not wholesale, then maybe can we go sub 2? And if it doesn't work sub 2, then maybe we can go with the lease option. Maybe we can go with rent to own, or maybe we can go with an option. If that doesn't work, can we get a marketing agreement, right? If that doesn't work, then hey, you know what? I'm going to follow up with you because that's the goal. It's going to be you and someone else. So eventually they're going to hopefully pick you if you have those systems in place to nurture them, that the email and the text do its thing, a little ringless voice message, then a little personal touch, right? And then see how are you doing. If it doesn't work out, make sure you go ahead and set that appointment. Hey, just in case it doesn't work out, or if you sell it, cool, awesome, or whatever happens, can I follow up with you in 30 days? Yeah, no problem. Make sure you follow up in 2 weeks, half the time. If it's a week, then it's 4 days, 3 days, whatever. Always half the time. And then stay on top of it. Say you're going to follow up with them, then follow up with them. Make sure you got their mode of operandus, right? Is it what's best for you? What works best for them? Is it text? Is it email? Is it voice message? Is it regular traditional email? Is it pigeon, right? Is it mental telepathy and shit? Just tell me the crystal ball. I'll be there tomorrow. Okay, got it, right? Whatever fucking works. But the bottom line is there's money in the follow-up. There's magic in the follow-up. There's a fortune in the follow-up. That's just how it works. But that's where everybody gives up, right? It's kind of like I'll go back to it again, right? The gold scenario. There's a gold rush in the United States of America. There's a gold rush in California, right? and people are going and going and going and going, but then they end up giving up right before the gold, 3 feet before they hit the gold, right? It just is what it is. People are too busy. Life happens. They get beat up in life. Their dreams and aspirations start walking out the door little by little, and then there's other people that are there to help them. Hey, yeah, that's right. You're right. You just keep your job, do what you're gonna do. It's just part of what it is, right? So I get it. Or it's too scary to become an entrepreneur. There's a lot of stuff out there. Or maybe you've gotten your butt beat up in the real estate industry, or just as an entrepreneur, I get it, and you're just trying to figure out the business. Well, that's going to end. Right now it ends. So if you click that group, it's free. I'm going to post something up here really quick. It's going to help you out. It's for, just for, I believe it's for this month, September. We had it for last month. We're going to roll over September. It's 90-day coaching with interactive mentoring, or the one-on-one mentoring. One-on-one mentoring, you just got to take care of the hard cost. There's all kinds of ways to come aboard. It's easy peasy, but it is in 2024. It's going to change. It's going up. It always does. And it always goes up in those same increments every freaking year. And then again, we might even eliminate it because we're probably going to go with maybe a higher tier program because of what we do and how we do it and how we're one-on-one and how we work with people and actually help you do deals and work deals and do splits. And then all our resources we're giving to you, and we're sharing those with you at the same token. So it's almost like having a business or a franchise without the franchise fee. And but the processes and systems and all that good stuff and how we do stuff, most importantly, right, is the art of the deal, and being able to make things work in your business is the most important. And then you set it up because it's your brand and it's your business. In the next 6-12 months, you got something rocking and rolling. You're like, yeah, this is awesome. Thank you guys. Right? Then you're sending us deals, and then we're working deals together and moving forward into the future. And then you're going to help others, and hopefully you'll get the bug and get obsessed. And then you want to help other people, right? Either come up in the business or get them rocking and rolling, or maybe put their money to work for them, and locking it up with some real estate to protect their investments. All kinds of cool stuff. Private money. Building a bank for yourself to do that. Yeah, of course you got the infinite banking, and you got the IRAs and all that other good stuff. All those are cool mechanisms when you get to that point. But right now it's just, hey, get in and learn the business. Learn something that nobody can ever take away from you, because once it's in your brain, nobody can tap into it. Well, at least not right now, right? As they say, right? So who knows? Unless you get a chip in your brain or something, then they can tap into your brain, right? But other than that, that's like the biggest takeaway from this live period, is that once you learn something that others do not know or do not want to learn, that's kind of like your superpower. It is your superpower. No one can take it away from you, and you can use it yourself, share it with whoever, and then do what you need to do. So without further ado, hopefully you're out there rocking and rolling. I'm going to pop up a couple of things here, so make sure you go right there and join that Facebook group. And then we're going to go over here. What we got? A little chatteroo. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. A little Dokken. Now that's an old ass band, Dokken right there. That's from the 80s. So let's see if this thing working. Let me see if it works. Cross that out. Let's see. Put that up here. There's always fun stuff. Social comments display here. Click on them to showcase them. How about that? There you go. Well, there's the link right there. Let's see if we're a good fit. That's the Amp Live survey. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and if we're a good fit, we'll rock. If not, then you're probably better suited for coaching with interactive mentoring till you get up and running and rocking and rolling. There it is. As always, hey, hope you have an awesome rock and roll day. Close that. I'm going to take off the chat overlay, and we're going to move this to captions. We do have a 30 days to a deal challenge for this month. We've got 30 minutes. We're going to wrap this up right now. Click that for the free Facebook group. I'm going to put another one up there for you if you want to get involved in one-on-one mentoring program. Scan that. We'll have a chat. We'll see if we're a good fit, and we'll rock. If you're tired of spinning your wheels, getting beat up in the industry, it's been 8 months, a year, 6 months, 2 years. I mean, we've had people up to a year and a half spinning their wheels and still trying to figure out how to wholesale. and then coming aboard and getting a contract within the first 30, 60, 90 days, sometimes a little bit longer, 4 months, right? It took me 4 months to get a real estate deal a long time ago. And we've had other people, Stephanie from Florida, that was like 4 months, right? That's just because you got beat up in the industry, a little tougher, but tenacity. And then we're helping you, right? So we're there with you. We're in your corner. We're even sometimes in the ring kicking some ass with you. So that's a beautiful thing. Nobody does that, or nobody wants to, or they don't want the issues that go with it, okay? So let me go ahead and go back here. So it's 30 days to a deal challenge. Check that out. Go join, obviously, here. Whoop. Boink, sub 2 group. It is free. That's the one-on-one link. Let me see what else we got. We do have a 5 days to a deal challenge. That's coming up in October. October, 5 days to a deal challenge. Probably going to do those once a week, or we might do every other week. And the goal is just to get deals within 5 freaking days. It's going to be awesome. All right, so, and don't forget the Amp Live Real Estate Show. That's what you're watching right now, the Amp Live Real Estate Show. I am your host, Erick Paul. Share it with others. Do the likes, do the hearts, do all that other good stuff. I appreciate it. Share it on social media. And then revamp with the Americans Helping Americans, new website coming out. Also, Amp Live Media, the house buying company, is rolling out in October, most likely. You can catch us on the Facebook group right there. Follow us on Facebook while I suck down some coffee. And yes, Americans Helping Americans we buy properties as well, house buying company, capital company. We are coming out with ample AHA Capital. So that'll be for the multifamily, commercial property, storage units, hotels. It doesn't matter, new construction, whatever. That's for that division for AHA Capital, and tapping into that. So that'll be launching most likely in 2024, but we're working on it through the last quarter of 2023. All right, and anything else? This is one of my favorite little quotes, right? Amplify the art of the deal. Take your real estate business to new heights. Amplify your life with Amp Life, right? And Amp, if you spell that, put the letters and tweak them, right? Reverse them. It stands for PMA, right? Which is positive mental attitude. Positive mental attitude. Amp your life, and you will amp your life when you come aboard and you work with us, okay? If you want to know more about me, if you care, hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. Hashtag Get Erick Paul Live. See all my videos and everything else that comes to it, rants and raves and pictures and all that good stuff, video or whatever. Or just to reach out and you need somebody to jibber jabber on your podcast, right? Or share with others, inspire others, or whatever it is. We'll send you our speaker sheet. Could be anything like a seminar, webinar, podcast, doesn't matter. Get Erick Paul Live. That's kind of be my calling card right there. And if you like what you see, let's rock. If not, that's okay too. All right, so we're going to go ahead. I got down below here, 24 hours. All righty, welcome to, that's Friday highlights. Boom, I'm going to change that and leave that right there. The bottom's going to change. So there it is. Get Erick Paul, the Amp Live Real Estate Show. If you want to be interviewed on this show as well, or if you got some stuff you want to share, your certain technique or anything, and you just want to share it with the world, reach out to me, reach out to us, and we'll go back and forth, and we'll get you live on the Amp Live Real Estate Show, okay? Look forward to speaking with you and chatting with you. It's an open invitation. Doesn't matter who it is. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up. I'm going to leave that right there just like that. Got a QR code. I'm going to go ahead and put this big sunbuck right up here in the beginning. Now, this is just for because you stayed to the end. So I'm going to go ahead and pop that out there, scan that QR code, and that is just for you. All right? So my promise to you is that it's 90 days of coaching with interactive mentoring, okay? And usually it's just for the do-it-yourself stuff. PDFs, videos, and you figure it out, plug it all in, call once a week and stuff like that, right? It's usually 2 times a week. Actually, it's I believe it's on a Monday and on a Friday. Monday to get you going from the weekend, and then Friday to get you going for the weekend. So, and throughout the week, right? We're gonna be working with you more exclusively. At the end of the day, if you show up to the party, and just like we do with anybody in-house, if you start rocking and rolling, we're gonna work with you one-on-one exclusively, okay? Until you get a damn deal and get something under contract. So that's my promise to you. We'll work with you until you actually get a contract, and then we'll keep on rocking and rolling. And for for the next 90 days. There's going to be some coaching with interactive mentoring, some done with you stuff, right? A little bit of plug and play. You're going to have a lot of stuff where you're going to probably, that part you're going to guide you. And the most important part is learning the art of the deal, right? Then putting the tech on top of that. After you build your foundation, build some verticals, and you don't have to have a bunch of them, just one or two. That's it. Get those lead deal flow going, right? Get some systems rocking and rolling. And then we'll put some more tech on top. Hopefully after that, you're going, you know what, shit, I want to rock. I want to do the one-on-one mentoring program. How do I do that? We'll move that from that program to the one-on-one program, and we'll credit you, okay? It's usually, I believe the 90-day with coaching is like $6,000, and then it's $199 for 3 months. On top of that, that's not the case here. What you see right here, it is what it is. Scan that, and you're good to go. Lock that sumbug in before it's gone, okay? Because once it's gone, it's gone. And then we're going to start moving into October, right? Which is going to be a lot of different stuff. So we'll be focused on that. Deals. Because in the autumn and fall, December, and a little bit of spring, like from October, November, December, January, and February, you're going to get lots of deals, tons of deals. Trust me, okay? And then you're going to move into spring, and then moving into summer. So hopefully if you're fixing and flipping, best time to get them, gobble them up, and then start doing that, or sell them to investors. There's going to be a lot of investors who are going to be going, hey, I got to spend some money. Find me some shit. Find me some deals, right? I need deals, or I have 1031 exchanges. So inventory. You're going to need to bring inventory, and you're going to bring them inventory, okay? Does that make sense? You're just taking buy orders. So hopefully that all makes sense. Scan that QR code. Jump aboard. Let's rock and roll. Do not wait. Don't be the woulda, coulda, shoulda. It happens, right? Or I'm going to wait till the market changes and shifts and all that good stuff. No, look, just from my experience and others, and even brokers and other investors say they make more money in a down market than they did in an up market, right? But at the same token, if you wait, and you become a dollar late and a dollar short, trust me, I've experienced that. The last 2010, 11, 12, 13, right? Sold a lot of inventory, got rid of a lot of inventory, and I had the inventory and the money. I had the skill set, so that's why we kept surviving. If it was having the skill set and the money, shit. Right? That's a beautiful thing. So let's get geared up. Get geared up for 24, 25, 26, and 27. Writing's on the wall. Let's get rocking and rolling right now, not later, right now. So I challenge you to jump aboard, click that QR code, scan it. Let's rock and roll. Once it's done, or if you need to talk or chat, Amp Live survey, let's chat, let's talk, let's make it happen, and let's rock. It doesn't matter where you're at, okay? Anywhere from the East Coast to the West Coast and everything in between, all right? As well as the situation of going, well, I'm only in a town of 7,000. Do I do virtual? No. Hey, they're guarantee it. You want to become an expert in 7,000 population, 17,000, 700,000, 1.7 million? It doesn't matter, right? Because there's more than enough for everybody out there. If you're badass and you're just going to kick the wholesalers' asses, you're going to kick other people's asses because you're going to be a badass. You're going to kick ass if you step up to the plate. Promise you that. I'll work with you. We're going to work with you. All of us. Okay, so you'll never, ever, ever be alone. So rock and roll in all that you do. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hopefully you have an awesome, awesome Saturday. Look forward to chatting with you. Look forward to talking with you. Look forward to working with you. Most importantly, right? Doing our part to help our fellow Americans across the United States of America, right? Help change America. Do your little part just to help you. Same token, you're going to help build your legacy and help build your business as well. All right? So you take care. We'll talk to you soon. All right, bye-bye. See. Oh, well, you know what? Let me check something really quick. Sorry. All right, here we go with the chat. Okay, cool. I think I wanted to show you something in regards to a platform. There is a free platform. We've been testing it. That's the other thing. If something comes down the wire, we'll test it first for 3 to 6 months, and then we'll check it. I mean, there's a platform that we actually was available last cycle, and then they got their ass beat by other softwares, and then they started emerging because they're only doing like 4 or 5 states. Then everybody else, I believe it was like PropStream and the other companies came and kicked their ass, said, man, this is national, right? We're opening up the doors to everything, and then tapped into those APIs, and plus the other company wanted to lock up all their stuff. You had to go to their website and lock in. You couldn't skip trace. You couldn't pull all their data up. They had some awesome data on people, right? Social media and everything, but you couldn't extract a report, which made it difficult, And then the pricing was okay. It was fair, The other websites were a little more expensive, but they offered more. And they also allowed you to export. This other company, they wouldn't allow you to export. It sucked, right? Like, what the hell? I got to print, 20,000 pages and go that route, or put it on your computer and walk around with all kinds of PDFs. While other companies are saying, no, yeah, go ahead. We'll give you up to 10,000 records. We'll skip trace too. We'll tap it into postcards and all kinds of stuff, right? But there are some companies that their skip tracing sucks. There are other companies where going, postcards and printing's cool, but they're too expensive, or whatever they got plugged in. So we'll share whatever is working in the environment based on you. We're going to actually have an Amp Live game plan for you as well. And we're going to go ahead and base it on that. Base it on your goals, your benchmarks. What do you want to achieve? What is the outcome over the next 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 years? And yes, we're going to look that far because you should. And you should be writing this stuff down. But it's going to be an awesome, awesome journey. We look forward to rocking and rolling with you. And anytime that's all, you can just ask, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? But we're not going to put the cart before the horse. We got to work on you, because you are the magic at the end of the day. It's you. You're the magic at the end of the day. Once we get that up and rolling, build a foundation on top of all the magic, which is you, then we start putting the verticals, which is marketing one at a time, surfing for deals, making some calls, ringless voice messages, text marketing, right? Even if you want a door knock, okay? There's going to be some old school mixed with new school, because there's a lot of people out there that are a little lazy. And they go, that shit don't work. I don't want to do that. I'm going to do spaghetti at the wall all day long. Let them. You're going to do both. Spaghetti at the wall for all the overage, right? Let's go with quality. And then on the quantity, let the systems do what they need to do. We'll become an expert, because when they raise their hand and say, I'm interested, boom, we're going to rock and roll and take advantage. Not take advantage, the word advantage, right? But we're going to jump on it. We're going to, like a shark, we're not letting go. That's us. We're going to help them. Nobody else. You're going to help them. We're going to make sure that we'll keep on rocking and rolling until we do. And then you can't help everybody, right? You can lead a horse to water. And he can be thirsty as hell. But if they don't want to drink, then they're not going to drink. And that happens. And there's going to be people that you're going to want to help. And you're going, man, I just wish I could help these people. I wish they would understand. The sellers, buyers, investors, and they just won't get it, okay? And you got to let the ego go. Say, because you'll probably lose money. Unless you don't want to do that, create a nonprofit. Go for it. Everybody. I know some people say, I want to be able to give away a house. Awesome. Do it. I want to work with veterans. I want to feed the homeless, children. I want to, do something for, the music industry, the sports industry, whatever it is. Get back to dreaming. Get back to what God intended you to be, right? And that's you being the best version of you. I know it's hard, because we're always getting hammered through life and the universe and, administration, government, all that good stuff. I get to jump on that horse, but scan that right there, right? And let's rock and roll together, okay? Look forward to seeing you. Look forward to working with you. Look forward to rocking and rolling. You're ever in SoCal, just reach out. We'll get some coffee, or we'll get some dinner if we're working together. Because I don't like meeting with people, because it just goes into nowhere land. But networking is awesome. And networking works. And yes, your net worth is your network and all that good stuff. Your network is your net worth, right? But at the end of the day, if it's available, I love talking with people. Love working with people. So get on the horn. Let's chat. Let's rock. Scan that QR code. And let's go aboard. Let's get you up and running. Let's get you rocking and rolling. We'll talk to you soon. Tomorrow, Sunday. See you on Monday, okay? And Wellness Wednesday and Friday highlights. Keep on watching. Share these videos with others. If you got some value from it, I appreciate it. We appreciate it. We all appreciate it. Amp Live Media and VIP execs are sponsors that put on all this good stuff, and they'll appreciate it as well. Thank you. Rock and roll in all that you do. United we stand, and rock and roll. Bye-bye. Put these on. These glasses here.